Alright, for all my meditative yoga fans out there, let's do a meditative class today. And we'll make a restorative at the end. We'll use the wall, as well as if you need it, your blocks. So starting out, finding your easy seated pose. Being solid on the sit bones, shifting side to side, setting up our legs. Stacked, crossed, maybe one's extended, whatever feels comfortable for you today. And then crown of the head reaches up to the ceiling, so let those shoulders relax back and down. Closing our eyes, finding our neutral spine, and relaxing down through the muscles of our face. Relaxing our shoulders down away from our ears. Relaxing down the length of our arms, allowing our hands, our wrists to drape at our knees. Gently wiggling our fingers, releasing tension from the hands. Relaxing down the length of the legs. And allowing them to relax down toward the floor. As we breathe in, sending that air deep, deep down into the belly. Slowly filling up to our collarbones with air. And as we exhale, slowly emptying out from the top all the way back deep down. Taking conscious control of our breath. Signaling our body to begin to lengthen it, deepen it, and slow it down. As a result, slowing our heart rate down. Beginning to lower the blood pressure. And allowing all the nerves and muscles in our body to begin to calm and relax. And turning to our minds. Seeing ourselves finding a box. Whatever kind of box comes to mind today. Seeing our thoughts as objects, collecting them up and putting them into our box. Collecting up all our plans, all our worries, all our concerns. Everything that's happened so far this morning. Plans for the rest of our day, rest of our week to come. Clearing out our minds. Filling up our box. Then seeing ourselves put a lid on that box or closing it up. Taking our box, putting it up on a shelf for the next hour. Setting it all aside for now. Turning around to see that large empty room. Completely cleared out. Swept clean. Seeing our mat appear at the center of that clear, calm, safe space. Slowly walking over to it and settling in. Sitting tall, breathing deep, bringing ourselves fully into class, fully onto our mat, and into the present moment. Opening our eyes, we can switch up the cross in our legs. Let's start by gently stretching our neck. So we breathe in, slowly reaching our chin up for the ceiling. And as we do, lengthening up through our neck as well as the front of our throat rather than letting our head fall back. So we exhale, slowly lowering chin to chest, switching that stretch to the back of our neck, maybe feeling it extend into the upper back. Breathing in as we slowly reach our chin back up for the ceiling, lengthening up. And exhaling as our chin slowly relaxes back down. Let's do one more slow, gentle flow, waking our neck, our body up to that stretch. And breathing in, reaching our chin up, lengthening the neck, lengthening the front of the throat, letting the shoulders relax down, allowing that stretch to spread across the upper chest. Nice deep breaths wherever it's feeling tight or tense there. And as we exhale, allowing that tightness and tension to flow out with the breath, clearing it out, letting it go. Breathing in, so we breathe out, lowering chin to chest. Switching that stretch to the back of the neck and into the upper back. And again, as we take those deep breaths, releasing tension, letting the head sink down, and that stretch spread across the whole upper back. Breathing in, bringing our head back up to neutral. Breathing out, slowly lowering our right ear toward the top of our right shoulder, gently lengthening up through the left side of our neck. Breathing in and slowly bringing our head back up to center. Exhaling our left ear, slowly toward the top of our left shoulder, gently lengthening up through the right side of our neck. Breathing in and slowly bringing our head back up to center. Exhaling, right ear toward our right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, left ear toward our left shoulder. Breathing in, slowly returning our heads back up to center. Let's do that slow, gentle flow one more time. Again, waking our neck up to that stretch. Seeing how that's feeling today. And holding each one, relaxing our right ear toward the top of our right shoulder. Nice deep breaths. And that left side of the neck lengthen. Maybe feel it extend into the top of our shoulder as well. So we breathe in, bring our head back up to center. And exhaling our left ear toward our left shoulder. Holding that stretch through the right side of the neck. Nice deep clearing breaths to calm that part of the body. Breathing in, bringing our head back up to center. As we exhale, now turning our heads to the right, eyes looking far off to the right. So not only are we stretching our neck, but we're stretching up into our face, into that upper chest in a different direction. Breathing in and winding. Turning to center. Exhaling, turning left, eyes looking far left. Getting those stretches on the other side. Breathing in, unwinding. Returning to center. Exhale, twisting right. Looking right. Inhale, slowly back to center. Exhale, twisting left. Looking left. Do that one more time. Breathing into center. Exhale, turning right. Inhale, center. Exhale, turning left. Breathing in and winding, coming back to center, and we'll save the hold for when we do the whole spine. Let's stretch our legs out. Give them a little break from that cross staff pose. Heels reaching forward, crown of the head reaching up, arms relaxed at our sides. Let's roll out the shoulders. Breathing in, bringing them slowly forward, and then up. As we exhale, taking the shoulders back, and then down. Inhaling them forward, up. Exhale, back, down. One more that way. And changing the direction, breathing in, back, up, exhale, forward, down. Inhale, back, up, exhale, forward, down. One more of those. And stepping our hands behind our hips. We're going to get those shoulders stacked over the wrists, setting up our gentle back bend. So as we breathe in, rolling the shoulders back and down, pushing heels of the palms into our mat, sending chest and chin up to the ceiling, lengthening up through the front of the belly, front of the chest, front of the throat, opening up across the chest, stretching down into our arms. Nice deep breaths, filling that rib cage all the way up. Exhaling, gently squeezing the shoulder blades together behind us, supporting that stretch in the front of the body. Breathing in. So we breathe out, relaxing the back, releasing hands from the floor and rolling our shoulders, turning ourselves back to staff pose. Breathing in, sitting tall. Breathing out, hinging forward at the hips first. Seeing how far you can move till the back of the legs tighten up and they go, nope, that's as far as I can go. From there, working our way up our spine, slowly rounding it forward and relaxing the upper body down toward our legs. Seated forward bend. Stretching through that back line of our body. Nice deep breaths to wherever we're feeling initially tight or tense back there. Exhaling, helping those spots to calm, to let that tension and tightness go, allowing our body to slowly go deeper into that stretch. Breathing in. So we breathe out, hands walking up our legs, helping to slowly stack the vertebrae back up tall. Stick our right leg, cross it over or in front of our left. Bring our left hand to our mat, inhaling our right arm up. As we exhale, lengthening up through our right side first, and then gently bending the spine toward the left, keeping it supported so we reach up over top of ourselves, lengthening from the top of our right hip all the way up those right fingers. As we breathe in, focusing that air on the right side of the rib cage, filling it up nice and full, using our breath to help stretch that right side as well. Breathing in. So we breathe out, right side draws us back up to a neutral spine. Relaxing that right arm down. Switching up our legs as long as it's comfortable to do so. Left one out in front of the right. Right hand to the floor. Inhaling, left arm up. As we exhale, lengthening up through that left side first. Gently engaging the right side. Gently bending the spine right, supporting it as we lengthen up and over through the left. This time filling that left side of our rib cage up nice and full to use the breath to also help stretch our side. Breathing in. So we breathe out, left side draws us back up to neutral spine. So we relax that left arm down. Switching up the legs again. Moving to our twists. Right arm now coming along the back and side as our second spine. Inhaling, crown of the head up. As we exhale, lower back twisting right, then middle back, upper back, left hand to right thigh. Turning our heads, looking toward our right shoulder. Bring our whole spine out as best we're able to, bottom to top. Nice deep breaths to wherever the tight tense spots are now. And as we exhale, helping those spots to calm. To let that tension and tightness go. Breathing in. So we breathe out, slowly unwinding from the top of our spines back down. Releasing that right arm forward, returning to neutral spine. Switching up our legs one more time. Left one in front or over the right. Left arm along the back and side as our second spine. Inhaling, crown of the head up. Exhaling, lower back twisting left. Middle back, upper back, right hand to left thigh. Turning our heads, looking toward our left shoulder. Nice deep breaths to wherever the tight tense spots are now. As we exhale, helping those to calm. To let that tension and tightness go. Breathing in. So we breathe out, slowly unwinding from the top of our spines back down. Releasing our left arm forward, returning to center. Let's help our knees up. Slowly swinging them around behind us. And let's come to a table pose. Continuing to wake up and gently stretch the spine. Let's do our cow and cat flow. So flowing from one to the other rather than holding each one. Being gentle, but think about when you're especially bending backwards that you're lengthening the spine out as you bend it backwards. So as we breathe in, let's stretch the feet a little bit by curling the toes under. Head and tailbone come up as the chest and belly drop down, cow pose. As we exhale, we want to make sure that we come back to neutral spine as we uncurl the toes. And then head and tailbone drop down from there as the middle of our back reaches for the ceiling in our cat pose. Gently stretching up through the back line of the spine. Breathing in. Main back through neutral. Bending our spines back. Exhale and curling the toes. Coming through neutral. Slowly, gently bending the spine forward. 4. 3. 2. Breathing in, coming back to neutral spines. And now let's hold that stretch in our feet, one at a time. Breathing in, as we breathe out, let's extend our right leg back, toes down, reaching our heel back, and nice stretch up through the bottom of that right foot. Nice deep rest, wherever it's tight or tense there, feeling that stretch extend up through the lower leg. Exhaling, helping those spots to calm, to let that go. Breathing in, so we breathe out, slowly backing off our heel, slowly, gently bringing that right knee back to its table pose position or under the right hip. Breathing in, breathing out, extending our left leg back, toes come down, gently pushing back into that heel, getting that stretch on the left side of the body. Nice deep rest wherever it's tight or tense on this side. Maybe it's the same as the right side, maybe it's a little different. Exhaling, helping those spots to calm, to let that tension and tightness go. Breathing in, breathing out, slowly, gently backing off the heel, bringing the left knee back to the floor under our left hip. So to get the top of the feet, we're going to use our active child's pose. So there'll be a lot of other things stretching, but I want you to focus in on gently stretching through the top of the feet. Breathing in, as we breathe out, we're going to send the hips back toward the heels, hinging forward, let the belly run into your legs. It can help the stretch. If it feels good, maybe walking our hands forward and using our breath to stretch the back while we're here too. Nice deep belly breath. Belly pushes against the legs, and as it fills up, it begins, that breath pushes up against the back and the spine, nice and gentle, stretching it. Exhaling, letting tension and tightness from all those areas go. Breathing in. So we breathe out, lifting back up the hands and knees. Curling the toes under, rocking back onto our feet. Nice deep breath in. So we exhale, coming up to standing nice and slow, using our legs, supporting our back as we come up to stand tall. Stepping to the front of our mats, let's find our mountain pose. Straightening out our feet, separating them, big joints in the legs, all stacked up. Our hips over our knees over our ankles. Shoulders back, down, relax, right over the hips. Crown of the head reaching up, chin slightly lowering, adjusting our whole head, ears right above our shoulders. Letting our arms relax at our sides or bending our elbows, bringing hands together lightly in front of the heart. Relaxing down through the muscles of our forehead. Turning our gaze down, closing our eyes, relaxing the muscles around our eyes. Relaxing down to our cheeks, parting the teeth, peeling the tongue off the roof of the mouth. Allowing our jaw muscles, our throat muscles to relax down. Relaxing down the length of our arms. Belly soft as we breathe into and out of it. Relaxing down to our thighs, down to our knees, soft knees. Finally, focusing in on our feet, all four corners of both feet, evenly pushing down into our mat, down into the floor. Exhale, opening our eyes. On the inhale, jumping hands and arms down. Sweeping up. Standing back bend, lifting up out of our hips, bending back. Lengthening up through that front line of our body, continuing to reach as we breathe. Breathing in, breathing out, neutral spine, chair pose legs, supporting that lower back as we slowly swan dive down. Moving into our standing forward bend by rounding the spine forward, straightening the legs, reaching the tailbone up, and then letting that upper body go. Allowing it to relax down toward the floor. Relaxing down through our back, down through our shoulders, arms, and hands. If our neck's still feeling a little stiff or tight, gently and slowly shaking our head no, nodding our head yes. Helping to release that tension from the neck, giving our neck a break here from holding our head up all day long. Nice deep breaths to the tight, tense spots. Exhaling and allowing that tightness and tension to melt off of us down toward the floor. As we breathe in, bending the knees, lifting the back, palms come to the shins, crown of the head reaching forward as we draw the shoulders back and down, push the hands into our shins, monkey pose. Finding that full height for our spine, reclaiming that space between our vertebrae for our discs. Tends to get taken away as gravity pushes down on our head throughout the day. Breathing in. So we breathe out, maintaining the spine as we bend at our knees. To release our hands down to either side of our feet. If we need a little more space, blocks, books, cans, whatever we've got, coming under our hands. Lifting that right foot up. We're going to extend the leg back and bring the right foot down into a high lunge. Supporting our body through the motion. Finding our spacing. Getting everything lined up to stretch the hips forward and back. So back of our left hip stretching here, front of the right one. Nice deep breaths to wherever you're tight or tense here now. Exhaling, helping those spots to begin to calm and to let that go. Then slowly going deeper into that stretch by moving to our low lunge position. Breathing in as we breathe out, letting that right knee sink straight down to the floor from there. Keeping the neutral spine, arms helping to support that upper body up. And curling the right toes. Nice deep breaths. Wherever we're tight or tense now. Exhaling and helping those spots to calm. To let that tension and tightness go. Breathing in, curling those right toes under. Breathing out, lifting that right knee back up. Pushing off, bringing our right foot back forward. Let's find that monkey pose position. So if your hands are on blocks, keep them there. Lengthen the spine forward, draw the shoulders back and down, push into the blocks. Or if we're not using blocks, bring hands back to the shins. So to add that added little bit of help get that spine in its tallest position. Then shifting our weight to our right foot, lifting the left foot, extending the left leg back, bringing that left foot down. First to the high lunge. Again, getting our spacing set, beginning those stretches. When we're up higher, we're not stretching as much, but it does take a little more strength to support. A few breaths. Let the body catch up. And then as you exhale, let that left knee sink straight down to the floor into low lunge, supporting the upper body up, maintaining the spine, letting the stretch be focused in. Back of the right hip, front of the left. Nice deep breaths to those tight tense spots. Exhaling, helping those to calm. Let that tension and tightness go. And as we breathe in, we're going to pull the hips back. Weight to that left knee so we can set blocks if we're using them up out of our way. Drawing the right leg back to meet our left. And then slowly lowering down to the belly. Bringing your elbows down. Belly down. Setting up the elbows so they're under our shoulders. Forearms are forward, palms down. Hands spread nice and wide. Head and chest start out a little bit low. So as you breathe in, I want you to first think about that monkey pose action, lengthening the spine forward and reaching with the crown of the head forward. And continuing that motion as you lift the head and chest up and draw the shoulders back and down. Finding Sphinx pose, getting a deeper stretch. Front of the belly, front of the chest, front of the throat. Breathing in. So we breathe out, lowering head and chest down. So we slide hands to either side of the chest, curling the toes under, breathing in. So we breathe out, pushing up to hands and knees. And now widening our knees out to mat width apart. Bringing the big toes together at the center, setting up extended child's pose. So we have that ability to sink deeper into it, breathing in. So we breathe out, sending our hips back toward our heels. Hinging forward at our hips as we walk the hands out, forehead now, coming all the way down to our mat. Still those nice deep breaths, filling up your belly so much you fill your back up with air as well to stretch it. Exhaling, letting all tightness and tension from those areas go straight down to the ground. So we breathe in, let's lift our head up just a little bit. Step the hands a step or two to the right. And as you exhale, let that upper body relax down again, feeling the stretch from the top of the left hip to our left side of our back deepen. And as long as it's comfortable, you can extend that stretch up into the shoulder and arm as you reach with that left hand. If for whatever reason that does not feel good for your shoulder, keep a little bend in the left elbow and just focus in on the back and side.
Sending nice deep breaths to that left side. Exhaling, helping it to calm even more, to let go even more. Breathing in, lifting our head up that little bit, stepping our hands slowly left. And as we exhale, relaxing the upper body down again, bringing that deeper stretch up to the right side. Breathing in. So we breathe out, lifting our head, walking hands back to center. Lifting back up to hands and knees. Bringing our knees and feet together. Swinging both feet to one side so we can safely sit back. And let's find our sit bones again. And set up a butterfly. So we wake our hips up to now a rotational motion and to the stretches that are involved. So once we're solid on the sit bones, we're going to bring the bottoms of the feet together, keeping the knees up nice and high. We want to bring the heels as close as we can get them to us without losing a neutral pelvis. So that means that the pelvis is sitting solid on the sit bones straight up and down, and it hasn't rocked back even we haven't rolled off the sit bones. So if that starts to happen, you want to back your heels up a little bit. Make sure that you've got that neutral pelvis to start. So we've got 3 steps. Breathing in. As we breathe out, our first step is to rotate out of the hip and let the knees relax toward the floor. And we begin to feel stretches in the inner thigh and into the inner hip. Breathing in. As we breathe out, second step, we're going to hinge forward at our hip. So now we're rotating even more within the hip, feeling the stretch not only deepen in the inner thigh and inner hip, but coming up through the back of the hips and into the lowest part of our back. My spine though, we're still at neutral. Give yourselves a few breaths here. Let your body catch up because we're going a lot deeper now into these stretches. A little bit at a time. Breathing in. Now as you breathe out, just relax up through the spine. Let it bend forward. And what we're doing is we're using the weight of our upper body now sinking down to gently deepen those stretches into the hips and into the legs. Nice deep breaths to the tight, tense spots. Exhaling, helping those to calm, to let that tension and tightness go. Breathing in. So we breathe out, first stacking the vertebrae back up tall, and hinging at our hip, and then helping our knees up. Okay? So now let's take it to the wall, and using the wall to help us stretch is nice because again, we get a deeper stretch and we're using gravity now, and the floor and the wall supporting us to just allow that to slowly happen, nice and gradual. So to get to that position, we have 2 options. We can come and sit with our back to the wall next to our mat. Okay. Or we can turn sideways so we have one of our sides to the wall. Okay, action is the same either way to get ourselves upside down, but one is a little faster and puts us there a little quicker. So the one that's a little faster, puts us there a little quicker, is if we sit next to our mat. We're going to bring this mat side arm up, breathing in, and as we breathe out, we're going to bring this whole left side of our body down, or my left side of my body down, as the legs come up the wall. So it's kind of a sideways somersault of sorts, but it basically puts us right with ourselves on the wall, because we want our sit bones now on the wall, heels reaching up for the ceiling, crown of the head reaching to the center of our space. Okay, so if we're doing it the other way, it's just more stepwise. So if we start here, again, this mat side of our upper body is going to come down first. Okay, and then we have to scoot a little. So we're going to bring our legs up the wall, and then we have to scoot down to the wall to get our sit bones there. So a little bit harder, step at a time, but it still puts us in the same position. So legs up the wall pose. Arms, let's just let them relax out from the sides, just like we normally do in our corpse pose. Give ourselves a few breaths to get adjusted to the change of position. Letting our legs be supported by the wall, our back being supported by the floor. And moving into a wide leg stretch. So we're just going to let our legs slide along the wall, widen out, till we get to a point where we've got a real good stretch down the inside line of our legs. And then we're going to gently push our heels in the wall just a little bit to help support the legs. And then returning our attention back to our breath. Nice deep breaths, filling up the belly first, then up into our chest. Exhaling, letting tension and tightness go, allowing gravity to push down on our legs, very gradually increasing that stretch for us. Breathing in. So we breathe out. Let's bring hands to the outer thighs, using the arms to help bring our legs back to that legs up the wall position. Nice deep clearing breath. Moving to our figure 4 stretch, or our pigeon pose up the wall. So we're going to take our right ankle and either bring it just below the left knee or just above the left knee. Again, feel it out, listen to your body where it feels best, because this is going to be more intense even than when we're on the floor. So it looks like if we peek at the legs, they make a number 4, which is why some people call this figure 4. But traditionally yoga, this kind of stretch is a pigeon stretch. So we're going to bend our left knee away from the wall, let the left heel slide down, and so that left leg is gently pushing the lower right leg toward our chest and opening up through the back of this right hip. Sending nice deep breaths to wherever that's feeling tight or tense today, right now. And as we exhale, helping those spots to calm, to open up, to let go. Breathing in. As we breathe out, straightening our left leg back out. And then our right. Switching sides, taking our left ankle above or below the right knee. Breathing in. So we breathe out, bending that right knee away from the wall, letting that right heel slide down, slowly, gently opening up through the back of our left hip. Nice deep breaths to the tight, tense spots back there now. Exhaling, helping those to calm. Those areas to let that tension and tightness go. Breathing in. So we breathe out, straightening our right leg. And then our left. And then taking our arms out to a cross position, palms down, setting up for a reclined twist. So bending both knees, bringing our feet flat to the wall as we breathe in. And as we breathe out, we're going to slowly drop the knees to the right. So we twist our hips to the right, up into our back. We can use the wall, walking our feet along to help keep this slow. Because again, you're going to notice that when you're at the wall here, and the floor and the wall are keeping you in position, that this stretch is probably going to feel different and deeper than it does when we do it away from the wall. So being gentle with yourself, nice deep breaths, and once your legs come down toward the floor, just let them go. The gravity push down on them, let it work on the stretch as you breathe. Breathing in. So we breathe out, engage the belly. Walk the feet back up to center. Just slowly unwind, bringing our knees back up to center. Breathing in. So we breathe out, slowly dropping our knees left, twisting our hips left up into our bag. So we slowly bring the legs down toward the floor on the left side. Then letting our legs relax, those abdominal muscles relax. Right shoulder, right arm relaxing toward the floor. Nice deep breaths to wherever your tight, tense spots are now. Exhaling, helping those to stretch, to calm, to let that go. Breathing in. So we breathe out, slowly unwinding. Bring our knees back up to center. Then in a relaxed way, extending our legs back up the wall. So let your heels drag. Be a small bend in the knees as the knees are relaxed. And the legs are just relaxing down toward the hips, down toward the floor. Bringing our arms back just out from our sides to our corpse pose position. Hanging out in our legs up the wall pose for a final relaxation today. Allowing the wall, allowing the floor to support us. So we return back to that clear, calm space we created at the beginning of class. To just be and to breathe. Allowing the fluids from our legs to more easily drain back to our heart and lungs to be refreshed. Giving our feet, our legs a complete break from supporting us up and getting us around. Allowing all tightness and tension to melt off toward the floor. And allowing any thoughts that may enter our minds to just continue on through. On the next inhale, let's slowly bend our knees. Bring our feet back flat to the wall. As we exhale, slowly dropping our knees right. And allowing the rest of our body to follow this time. Coming onto our right side in baby pose for a few nice deep breaths. Breathing in. So we breathe out. Hands and arms. Slowly walking our upper body up. Continuing to use the wall. Bringing her back to the wall. As we find our easy seated pose. Being solid on our sit bones. Crossing the legs. Sitting tall. Using the wall to help support us. And to help us feel what it is for us to be sitting up nice and tall. Which parts of us touch the wall, which parts of us don't, so our spine actually curves. Giving ourselves a few breaths to readjust to being right side up again. And taking one nice deep breath all together as a class. Inhaling. And exhaling. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you all for practicing with me today. If you like the class, if you want to keep doing the class, if you want to keep seeing me post videos, subscribe to my channel down below. And wherever you go, whatever you do, remember to aim for calm.